Right now, though, we have to cross over straight to the University of Ghana Business School in Legon. 9 schools standing, but only 3 will stand a chance of making it to the grand finale. And I'm talking about the National Science and Maths Quiz. We have great support here on Joy News from Adonko Hand Sanitizer and Next Level Energy Drink, Bright Senior High School in Kokrontumi, and of course DBS Roofing Papa Parfait. And we've done the coverage beautifully, making sure that you don't miss the competition, whether you're following on social media or the live broadcast here on Joy News. So we thank our partners, really. Bright Senior High School in Kokrontumi, DBS Roofing Papa Parfait, Adonko Hand Sanitizer, and Adonko Next Level Energy Drink. They bring us another conversation today. Maxwell Agoba is joining us. Maxwell, there isn't a competition today, so students are taking a breather, but some wild knockouts from Friday through to the weekend. What was the biggest one for you? I guess I didn't see the Pope John contest. I didn't see them going out. St. Peter's as well. I was absolutely heartbroken because of our friend Michael.
Exactly. I honestly did not see St. Peter's actually going out of the contest, because we all thought that Michael Obeng was going to power, the team to the grand finale of the 2020 competition. Many actually said that he was coming back. 2019 he got to the grand finale, so many thought that yes, his performance in 2020 will be an improvement of what he did in 2019. But we're all shocked. In fact, before they were kicked out, they had the highest, scores. That's at the 1-8 stage. They had 68 points. So nobody actually saw that coming. But at the end of the day, they were kicked out. And I think it's one of the shockers, if I would describe it as such, shockers that we've received here, at the 2020 National Science and Maths Quiz. So we'll be coming we're doing more of the analysis later on the show, but right now though I have with me Naneku Ankumastari, who is the managing director of Primetime Limited. I also have Dr. Lucy Ejipon. She is the associate dean, Faculty of Engineering and Informatics at the Academic City College, one of the sponsors for the National Science and Maths Quiz. Let me start off with you, Dr. Ejipon. Doc, I'm sure you've been following the National Science and Maths Quiz. Which one is a shocker for you, Wesley Girls?
Wesley Girls has to be a shocker for me because I went to Wesley Girls, and considering how well we did last year, I was hoping we'd go forward, but I think we'll give other people a chance this year. Okay. We took a bow out a little bit early.
So mine is St. Peter's SHS. I want to find out from you, Nanekia, which one is yours? Your shocker?
Well, in a way, you could say St. Peter's also, but they gave that contest away. I mean, while I was sitting there watching, it was one of the few contests I actually sat inside the hall to watch live. And I was just so disturbed by their constant ringing of the bell in the speed race without waiting for the quiz mistress to finish asking her question. And they got lots of questions wrong. If you notice, at the end of round 1, they had 27 points, and Decider had 19 points. They were 8 points ahead. I did not understand the rush. And by the time they were done with the speed race, they had 28 points. And Decider had moved up from 19 to 27. And that's where everything went wrong. They gave that contest away. And Ola did them a very big favor. did Decider a very big favor by answering the 2 riddles. Yes.
So that threw them off completely. At the end of the day, they lost by just 2 points. I think if they had maintained their focus in the second round, the speed race, I'm sure they would have won the competition, But some are also saying that there was a lot of pressure on Michael Obeng to actually, deliver. So probably that could, be the cause also.
But you're leading by 8 points. What's the rush? Isn't it better to wait and answer the question, hear the full? Because there was, in fact, I was really, really troubled watching them. The first one they rang for without listening to the question, it was, I think the quiz mistress said something about picking out of a list. And they just started by explaining. And she said it was wrong. Then she finished reading the question and said that if you had listened to the question, you would have known, because it was like a multiple choice question, and I decided I just waited until she had finished reading the question and then gave the answer, which was one of the things that the quiz mistress had said. I had hoped that they would have realized that they needed to slow down from that particular instance, but it just went on and on and on, and I was like, well, they've given that contest away.
Heartbreaking, anyways. Well, let's talk about Academic City College. You're making it possible. One of the people making it, possible for us to bring the National Science and Maths quiz, to your homes. But I want to find out from you, Academic City College. What motivated you to join the train, the NSMQ train?
So Academic City College is what we originally called a STEM institution, but now we call it STEAM because we think art is a fundamental and plays a critical role when it comes to how we're going to shape the future. And National Science and Maths quiz sits right in the alley of what we are trying to do, whereby we're proactively encouraging people to learn STEM or STEAM-related fields. Okay. So National Science and Maths quiz sits within that. Academic City ourselves like to do our own social responsibility, whereby we give back to the community. And this was a unique opportunity whereby we could give somebody a full presidential scholarship, which basically means that they get up to about $40,000 worth of $40,000 of investment. They get their full tuition fees paid for. They get their accommodations paid for. They get their learning materials, laptops, everything. So basically, they come to the university just with their clothes. So they get full presidential scholarship to be taught at a premium institution, which basically is advocating for making science at the center of everything that we do.
Okay, interesting. So I want to find out what programs, is it just the sciences? What programs can I, if I want to come to Academic City College, which programs, for instance, and what makes them unique? Okay,
so I'll start off with the programs. So at the moment, we have 3 faculties. So we have the Faculty of Engineering, which is the one that I head, and under that we offer electrical and electronic engineering, electronics and communication engineering, mechanical engineering, industrial and systems engineering, and computer engineering as well. Under our business administration, we did say we're a STEAM institution, so we do offer a bit of business as well. So the business administration and communication as department, we offer business administration and accounting, banking and finance, human resource management, and human resource management. In communication arts, we also offer advertising and PR and journalism. Okay. And then last but not the least, our new faculty is the Faculty of Computational Sciences, where currently we're rolling out information technology and computer science. However, what is very unique about what we're doing is trying to stay ahead of the trend and trying to say that what are the jobs of the future going to look like? Where are these going to come from? If you look at around us right now, there are jobs that exist today that are even helping the NSMQ that didn't exist several years ago, like the social media consultant, data analyst. So we are looking to roll out 3 new programs as well. This is in the field of artificial intelligence, biomedical engineering, and robotics. So those are the courses that we offer. Now, in terms of why is Academic City unique? It's unique in how we administer our courses. We have what we call our 4 main pillars. The first of our pillars is what we call experiential learning. Experiential learning basically means you have to live it, and you have to experience it, you have to touch it. And we're actually speaking with National Science and Maths quiz about potentially including a practical element to National Science and Maths quiz. I know that will change the game, but we'll go through the logistics of it to see if it's feasible at all. And we also believe that we have a pillar called unified learning. Unified learning is basically where your education mimics industry. Okay. There's no way that you go to any industry and you find one skills there. So for instance, if I come to Joy FM, you won't just find journalists there. You find sound engineers, you find financiers, you find the banking and finance people, you find advertising and public relations, and we think that's how we should teach as well. So where we teach some unified courses where we teach everybody together so we can all learn from our various disciplines as it works in industry. The third of our pillars is contextual learning, which basically says whenever we're teaching you anything, we need to make it relevant to the continent you live in, to the country you live in, and to the region you live in. So whenever we teach anything, no matter what it is, we make it relevant. We apply it here. So even when we're teaching courses in artificial intelligence, cloud computing, we're applying it to the agricultural sector, to a farm not too far away from us. And the last pillar, so that I don't take too much time, is what we call extensional learning, which basically says within 4 years, we know we can't teach you everything, but we'll give you the tools, We give you the know-how and knowledge to be able to apply in whatever sector you find yourself.
Wow. I'm particularly impressed about how, we'll tailor-made, some of these things you talk about to fit our, to solve our own challenges. Because a lot of times, some of the things that we study in schools, really, you look at it and it's really out of touch for the people of Ghana. It's like maybe in the Western world or something. But if you're solving our own problems, then I know that definitely we're getting, somewhere, which I think is...
Yeah, if I can give you a quick example, one of the things that we did, we're teaching our students about technology and society. What is technology and how does it impact your society? So we're looking at the latest new technologies. At the moment, solar is no longer new. Using solar energy is no longer new. But then people applying artificial intelligence and doing a couple of programs for the agriculture sector is relatively new. So we send our students to the farm, not too far from where we are, engage with the local farmers, and then within 2 weeks had to come up with solutions for them to actually implement. And that was first-year students, and they were able to offer solutions to the farmers, which they were pleased.
Wow, I'm impressed. Now, Nikia, let me find out from you. Before the 2020 National Science and Maths Quiz started, quite a number of people were like, oh, will they be able to do it? Will the interest and the excitement still be there, in this COVID times? It looks like we never lost anything. The excitement, the fun, everything is still, around. I don't know what you make of it. 2020.
Yes.
NSMQ in the midst of the pandemic.
Yes, and thank God for that. Thank God for that. But I think that it's challenged us to also look at the competition again and how it's organized and see how we could go around this pandemic. And I give credit to my team. I think that we've done a great job, and I'm really happy with the results. I hope that the numbers that we are getting on social media and the comments that we are getting also means that our audiences are happy with the job that we are doing.
Sure. Let me find out from Academic City College. I know definitely there are some achievements you'd want to, talk about.
Okay.
Notable ones you want to talk about, Dr. Japan.
I guess one of our notable achievements, considering we are talking about 2020, the year of COVID that has thrown the whole world into disarray. One of the things we did this summer is that we came up and we designed our own ventilator. So we actually had some of our students working on the critical parts of this. Even though we've not started offering biomedical yet as a program, and we are hoping that with our accreditation it will come through sooner than later, we were able to come up within a month 4 different concepts for ventilators, and now we've managed to narrow it down to one that is close to getting to the market. And the reason why I call this an achievement is that Corona basically challenged Ghana, challenged the world for everybody to look internally and say, what can you do? How can you add value? And by the fact that our students, we had 2 mechanical engineering ladies who did all the modeling of the ventilator within SolidWorks. We had 2 students, again, 1 electrical and electronic engineering student, 1 computer engineering student, responsible for the critical features, the control system, how it is going to be able to, detect a patient's pressure and adapt accordingly. That was all done by our students, and so we are very excited by what we did this particular semester. There's a lot of other things that we're doing that we're very excited about that we could shout on the rooftop, but I would like to invite everybody to come and see us on our campus. We're at Hacho, not too far away from Transitions, and then we'll show them around and let them know what we're doing.
Definitely, I will definitely come around one of these days. But anyway, we're going to the semi-finals, and then Thursday we have the grand finale of the National Science and Maths Quiz. You want to tell us about expectations, what we should expect? Is the money getting bigger and better at the semi-finals and grand finale stages?
Yes. So you have all the sponsored awards going up. So the money zone is going up to 15 Ghana cedis, and then as the rate, and then you have the Prudential Life Insurance, the NSMQ Star also going up. The Goyle Radio Bonanza figures also going up, and the Etel highest score of the day going up as well, and same for the finals. So the stakes are getting higher as we go up the stages, and the excitement too. I must say that this year has been Pretty unpredictable.
Very unpredictable.
And all the big boys and girls we thought we'd be seeing at the semi-final are home, with the exception of Presec. I think people expected Presec to go quite far. They are the Greater Accra champions. But everybody else, Prempeh is gone. St. Augustine's is gone. I mean, it's amazing. It's amazing. And I think that it's great because it adds to the excitement. When you cannot tell how it's going to go, it adds to the excitement. And I must congratulate Boam Ponsem for qualifying to the semi-finals. First time. Last year they got to quarterfinals, so they were seeded. Wonderful. I'm really excited for them. I'm excited for Kumasi Academy. Excellent team, excellent work they've done so far. More vim to them. Ketasco last year was at a semi-final, I believe, and they've maintained it. Really good for consistency. I want to see them at the finals this year or in subsequent years, so they should push. They can do it.
Sure.
I think what it does, when you get to the semi-final, what it does for you is to make you see that it's not that difficult. Yes, it's a tough tournament, but you are capable of doing it. So big ups to them. Big ups to Nobisco, quarterfinals. I haven't seen a business school in quarterfinals, so I'm really, really, really impressed and really happy for them. Yes, it's Osino Presby, Ebri Presby. Yes, I'm a single Ebri Presby out. Impressive performance throughout. It's wonderful to see. It's wonderful to see, yes.
Doc, so in 1 minute, are you recruiting? Can students come and pick forms?
Yes.
Okay, so that and then your final one.
Okay, so yes, we are recruiting. As I said, we're based in Hacho, Accra. You can come to either our website, act.edu.gh, that act.edu.gh, or you can call us on 026-269-3960. That's 026-269-3960. We are recruiting for our first years. As COVID has delayed everything right at the moment, our admissions is still open. So if you even want to join us this year, give us a call and let's see what we can do together. There's amazing things in your future. We're encouraging everybody that listen, this, I would like to say, Academic City is the future. Okay. Can I just take this particular opportunity as well to commend National Science and Maths Quiz, because what COVID has taught us is that you need to adapt or you die. Businesses have gone down under, but NSMQ has managed to adapt, stay abreast with technology, use technologies to still be able to administer this event. And as you can tell, the vibe is still there, the excitement is still there, and it feels like we're having this the way we usually have. So kudos to you guys and for being able to adapt in this challenging time.
That's fantastic. Nanekia, your final words.
My final words, as always, a really big thank you to our sponsors, because we couldn't have done this without them. They have supported us, challenged us to think around the problems, and funded everything. Thanks to the GES, main sponsor of the National Science and Maths Quiz, for sponsoring this program. Thank you to Absa Bank for all the support that they have given us. Thank you, Academic City. We know that it's not just about the scholarships, but the other stuff that you add onto it. Next year, we hope we'll be able to do that practical round. Then I want to say thank you to Airtel Tigo, to Goyle, to Prudential Life Insurance, to Academic, to Accra College of Medicine, since I've already said thank you, to YFM, Joy News, Dano Milk, Medifem Multi-Specialist Hospital and Fertility Center. Thank you to Third Eye Care Vision Center. Thank you to everybody who has done anything at all to make this possible.
Okay. Thank you very much, ladies, for joining us. Okay, so you just heard from Nanekia Nkuma Asare. She's the Managing Director of Prime Time, organizers for the National Science and Maths Quiz. You also heard Dr. Lucy Ejapon. She's Associate Dean, Faculty of Engineering and Informatics, Academic City College. Now, second set of conversation, I'm going to speak to these ladies, wonderful ladies. Efuansa, she's a contestant from Achimota School. Remember Efuansa, she powered Achimota School to win that contest against Prempeh College, and Anglican SHS Kumasi. Now, what you didn't know about Ifansa was that she was the 2016 winner of the Spelling Bee competition. Here in Ghana, the whole of Ghana, she was the winner of that competition. She went outside Ghana, the international competition, Scripps Spelling Bee. She was part of the first 45 best spellers, right? Okay, so she's here with me. I also have contestants from the Ola girls. I have Benedicta Ama Amenyo and then winner Atiku. Yes, they also did very well in their contest. And welcome to the AM show.
Thank you.
Let me start off with you, Ifwa. How is it possible to be good at science and maths and science, and also be a good speller? How is that possible?
I think it all boils down to interest, because at that time I was 14 years old and I liked reading. And with the science and math, it's also an interest I have had as a science student in Achimota School. So the correlation between the two is that they were both things that I was really passionate about. But then in the case of science and math, the interest has sort of narrowed to science, whereas spelling bee is more broad. So like I was reading novels. I like reading novels, science literature. Yes, I was an avid reader. I read very widely. So like science and math is sort of like a narrowing of that interest.
Tell me, what was the experience like? You were part of the top 45 spellers at the US competition, the Scripps Spelling Bee. Tell me about that. What was the experience like?
Okay, so it felt very surreal, because then I realized it was a historic moment, because Ghana had never made it to the finals, and it was something that we were really aiming for. So then it made me feel very happy that I had been able to I'd been able to surmount that sort of barrier that had been in our way. Yeah.
Once again, we say congratulations for powering the team to get to the semi-finals of the... You want to say something? Okay.
Yeah, it was teamwork. I don't know. It seems like the spotlight has been on me, but I would say that we're a team of three, and we just happen to really complement each other so well. We've been able to complement each other so well in our contest so far. So it was really teamwork. It wasn't just me.
Okay. Now let's talk to Benedicta and then winner. Now, you ladies, okay, so St. Peter's couldn't attend the party because you guys messed it up for them. And you did so well, so well. Once again, let me say congratulations to you. All the people in the auditorium were very impressed, with your performance, especially looking at what happened at the regionals, what happened at the prelims in the Volta region, and your performance, after each contest was just an improvement, of the previous. Tell me, what's your secret?
It was God all this while, and then we also tried to learn from our previous mistakes, as in the previous contests that we had, so that for the next contest we didn't repeat the same mistake all over again.
I think at a point, was it round 2 or at one point in the contest, you were out, against St. Peter's and then at this other college, you were out at a point. But round 4, round 5, what happened? What did the magic for you?
Okay, so after the round 2, we had the problem of the day, and by God's grace, we were able to get a higher score. So it brought our view, we felt that we could make it. So we kind of came into the contest, and we wanted to fight to the end so that we could actually do something. So by God's grace, we were able to make it. Yep.
At that point when things were not going so well on stage, how are you feeling? And then one later, it changed.
We were feeling bad at a point, and we were off at a point, as in the speed race. But then when we realized that, we can do something after the round 3, realized that we can't just lose the competition just like that. We need to leave a mark. That's when we came into ourselves, and then we continued the contest.
Okay. If you two, for Achimota School, things were not going so well, but when you came in round 4, round 5, and then it changed. Tell me, do you have expertise in round 4 and then round 5?
No. Not entirely, not necessarily. I would say it was just teamwork. It was a lot of collaboration between me and my partner on stage at that time. And we had to keep a level head, because we knew that at that point, Prempeh College was in the lead. And so yeah, that was like our strategy at that moment, just to keep a level head and like think through the questions, be calm and composed, and by God's grace, we're able to emerge first.
I mean, someone will say, people will say that you've seen it all at the spelling bee competition and all of that. Did that help you manage the anxiety and adrenaline rush that usually comes with competitions like this?
Okay, yes, I would say to an extent, but then I would say even on stage, I sometimes I sort of get overwhelmed by the crowd. Sometimes it happens, like, I don't know, your attention shifts a little to like what's happening around you. But then yeah, it happens like sometimes I'm able to like phase out and just like, yeah, concentrate. Okay,
thank you. Final words, ladies. What do you want to say to our viewers?
Okay, well, we just want to say that, in fact, it wasn't really easy though. And which, to the girls especially, I don't know, this is not difficult. I don't know, if you believe in yourself, you could actually, we wish we had really believed in ourselves, would have been able to make it, but we're feeling, oh, okay, St. Peter's, I decided, hey, St. Peter's, like Egyptians, like, oh. So we're kind of scared before the contest, but I just, like, we can make it. They are not better than us. Like, if we actually make up our minds that we are winners, we can actually do it, like, yes.
Okay. Once again, I want to say congratulations to you girls. I mean, you've shown them the girl power. You did it. You made it happen right here in this auditorium. Thanks so much for joining us. Okay, great. So you just heard winner Atiku. She's from Ola SHS. Benedicta Ama Amenyu, also from Ola SHS. And then Ifua Ansam. She is a student of Achimota School. You know, they'll be coming up in the semi-final contest tomorrow. And that's how we go for a commercial break. And then when we come back, it's Showbiz with Kadi.